Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start working in the my first Christmas journal, and I am using Amy with Crafty Cat, her newest kit that is called Reason for the Season 4, Volume 4. It's a beautiful kit, and I'm excited to get started working on it. I have already put the journal together. Why am I wobbling? I'm wobbling. Okay. This is where I am so far. I made this little dangle to go on the outside, and it has some little charms and things, angel wings, and it has a cross, and just colors of seam binding and lace that are in the digitals. There is a French metal on here as well that I got at one point. I think I got this one when I was actually in Paris. And so I just hung those on there with some rusty pins. And there's an angel wing up here. And then for the front cover, this is what it looks like. I kind of covered it with lace, and I kept the cover kind of neutral so that you had kind of a neutral outside for a bam inside, because Amy's kit has lots of color and it's truly beautiful. So if you open it up, it's going to have one signature, and I've gone through and roughed up the pages, so if you look at them like this, they are ruffled. And I have this doily I got in Germany, and it was white, and I tea stained it, and then I put a pocket here and a pocket here with some music. This one's Joy to the World. This one's Oh Come All Ye Faithful. And so these are going to be big pockets that I can put some leftover ephemera or something like that in. This is just in behind the signature. It can pull out, and you can do something else with it if you want. It is a Midori style, so the whole signature could come out if you wanted to replace it and use it maybe after Christmas. You could take this part out and make a new signature and maybe do a prayer journal or something like that, whatever you want. Or you could leave it as it is. But like I said, Amy's kit is really pretty. The colors are beautiful. I backed a lot of the pages with this blue paper that I had in the digital. And this is parchment paper. I'll just quickly flip through and show you how I kind of laid out the pages. I put some tracing paper in there just to give it some noise. And some graph paper. I thought the color went real well. That's tea dyed. And this is waxed paper, so it's also got a really crinkly feel to it. And this is some more parchment paper that's got a blue tone to it. That one I cut a little bit shorter just so this music would stick out. And this is vintage music paper. And then there's my center. And then the back sides. I love that background. Again, the wax paper. I think this is probably my favorite picture of the whole digital kit. I just love all those colors together. So that's what we have, and then we have the doily and the back. And the inside is just scrapbook paper that I had that I thought the color went real well. So, and I did put corners on it. So this piece that's on the front, the back piece is a piece out of my scrapbook pieces that I found, but I did not like the picture that was on it, and so this is a digital that I put on top of there, but I cut it so that the blue color, which was on the original piece, and the little gold trim still was showing, because I thought that went real well. So that is what the journal looks like, and now what we're going to do is start making ephemera. And the first thing I want to do is take the number 10 envelope. Ooh, that'll be good, and knock my paint water on it. And I folded it in half this way and in half this way, and I'm going to make a wraparound pocket so that it will wrap around a page like this, and there'll be a pocket here and a pocket here. So that's what we're going to do. I've got 2 pictures that I want to put in the pockets, and these are by Ruby and Pearl. Digital that she has that are prayer cards. It's a beautiful digital. There's all kinds of prayer cards, but I picked these 2 in particular because they have, you know, the Madonna, and I believe these are all Italian. So I have this one that is going to go on this side. And show through there like that. And then on this side, I want this one because it has the pinks and the reds, and it's a little bit shorter than the actual pocket, but I'm going to take a little bit of German book page and put down here at the bottom to take care of that. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is get these glued in place where they need to go. I'm not going to put any vellum or anything like that, acetate, I don't think. Do I want to? Let's see if I got a piece handy where I could see what it's going to look like if I do. I may not have any within reach. I thought I had laid a piece out just in case I decided that that's what I wanted to do, but maybe I didn't. Nope. So I think I'm just going to leave it as is without putting any. I'm not seeing it. Well, I'm not seeing any close by anyway. And I think if I did, you know, something like this, I think it would be too take away too much of the color. So yeah, I don't want to do that. I definitely want it to be clear. And I just don't have anything close by. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to get a piece. This is faux coffee dyed paper, but you see how it kind of matches? I'm going to get a piece of this to put inside of the top of that, just so when I cut my notch, it will not be white. Sorry, I found the vellum in the meantime. That was purely by accident. All right. So maybe I will. I think maybe I will put that on there. Okay, so what we want to do first is put a piece of this across the top of here, because that's where the notch will be. We'll do it about this wide. Sorry, I thought I was more organized than I seem to be here. So I'm going to put that across there. All right. I'm trying not to move my glue book because it's blocking the reflection of my overhead light. And I put way too much, too wide. I guess what I'm trying to say. Too wide of glue strip there. Yeah, I debated a long time with what I was going to do for that cover. I couldn't make up my mind. There were so many pretty pictures. And then I found that card and I was like, okay, I definitely want to use this. So, hope you guys like it. Alright, so that is going to take care of when we punch our notches in here. So now, my notches, I'm going to kind of fold like this. And it really does not matter if they're in the same place because the thing's on two different pages. But I'm going to try my best to do this so that they're even on both sides. Alright, so now we don't have just plain old white paper. So then I can cut this. And put that in the window. I'm going to use, I've got some really narrow double-sided tape, and I found that works the best, honestly, for putting in this acetate or whatever you want to call it. I've got a string stuck to my fingers. I hate when that happens. Okay. So, let's take this, if I can find the end. And I'm just going to put it right around the pocket. Or the window. Ugh. It was going so well. I should have known it was going too well. So how is everybody? I'll ask you why I'm doing this really boring thing right here. I hope everybody's had a good weekend and is continuing to have a good weekend. It is absolutely gorgeous here today. It's in the high 70s and there is not a cloud in the sky. It is so blue out there. I love fall skies because you don't have all the smog and the humidity and the, you know, it's just so pretty and clear. But we've got rain coming, I think. They're seeing some rain tomorrow. And cooler temperatures all next week, so I've been trying to take breaks while I'm up here working and go out and sit on my, I've got a screened-in back porch. I've been taking little breaks and going out there and sitting for a few minutes and taking it all in. Our turkeys are really active right now. You can see them out in the field and hear them screaming. Saw some deer last night, so they're starting to move around a little bit as well. And I'm wanting to say, go run and hide. Because we've actually had people pull up in our driveway and ask to hunt the property. behind us, which is not ours. That's a big hayfield. It's all it is. It's not ours. But we always, when somebody pulls up and says, can we hunt your property? We always say no, even though it's not ours, because we don't want them back there hunting, killing the deer. Not that I have anything against deer hunting. My son deer hunts, but I don't want somebody back there shooting a gun that I don't know who they are. Don't trust them. The gun back there. Okay, so there is our acetate in. All right, let's make sure that we get this on the right side here. All right, so this one is going to go here, like so. And I'm going to put a little bit of book page just down at the bottom. Just to get where that's short. There. I could just put some more of that coffee dyed paper. Nope, I like the book page. Okay, so let's glue that in. So I'm going to glue this to this first, so I know where it needs to go. Alright, and then I'm going to glue this down. Oh, I can't get it placed where I want it. Okay, right there. Alright, so let's do art glitter glue since I have just a little bitty skinny area to put glue. Sorry, I'm going to hold this over here closer to me for just a minute so I can get this placed correctly. All right. Trim that off. Alright, so there's that one. And then on this side, we're going to do this lovely lady. And it's plenty big enough, so we're just going to put some glue around the edge here. Let's see if we can get her placed. and then just trim off the excess. Okay. All right. Now, to decorate this, which it doesn't need much, obviously it's already gorgeous, but I want to add just a couple of things. I have these real pieces of scrap, and I'm going to put a little bit more book page, I think, and then I'm going to put a couple of little scraps of lace. This journal is going to have quite a bit of lace in it, just because I think that goes with the Victorian kind of feel of it. Alright, so on this side, I'm going to put this one, because I think that flower and that flower are pretty much the same. So where's mine? So if I put this here, and I just want her kind of peeking out behind, and then I'm going to put a little bit of book page, and just some lace. Just kind of like that. And then on this side, I've got this big flower. How do I want it to go? I think I want it to go like that. And I've got some more book page. And a little bit of lace to go there. Something like that. Or do I want the lace? Maybe the lace would look better down here. And I'm trying to be real gentle with these scrap pieces till I get them glued down, because they are very fragile. Like that. Alright, so let's get all that glued down. Oops. Another thing I couldn't decide when I was putting this journal together, if I wanted to grunge it up a little bit, or if I wanted to, you know, just leave it. And I am going to kind of take a semi-grunge effect, because my feeling is I don't want to cover her all the way up. That if this indeed was something from, oops, that's way too low, from the, I don't like that. It's covering up too much. From the Victorian era, that even if it was in, you know, somebody just took immaculate care of it, at some point, because it's paper, it would obviously yellow, if nothing else. And so with that in mind, I'm going to take the approach of aging it in such a way that I feel like it would age normally. You know, something being that old. So, it's going to have, you know, yellowed, kind of grungy looking pages and bent corners and that kind of thing. Because I think, I feel like that's the way it should look. And you obviously can do, you know, that to whatever extent you like. Or not at all. Some people don't like to ink and all that at all, or distress, and that's perfectly fine as well. But I feel like in my case, that I do want to do some of that. And I think I got that one little petal on this one over here hanging over just a tad. We can trim that off. Alright, so there's our two pockets. So now I can glue them together. So I'm going to put glue here and here, or here, here and here, which is probably easier. And glue that together. And it's beautiful on this side too. If you didn't want to permanently fasten it to the page, you could, you know, paper clip it on, and then you could take it off and see that part too. All right, let's trim these two little scraggly bits. Okay, now for the cards to go inside, I'm going to use two of Roxy Creations tags that I already have. And it's one of her Christmas digitals, but I'm not sure which one. Because like I said, got these last Christmas. So I'm going to ink around the edges of those. And there's all kinds of Victorian tags in this kit. I just picked out the ones that had, you know, the angels or the, you know, that had to do with the religious aspect of Christmas. But there's also Victorian ladies and real cute kit. And it's, of course, got those beautiful Italian papers in the background. So this is going to be kind of an international journal because it's going to have some French things in there, and Italian and German, and so we're gonna cover all the European countries here. All right, so I'm gonna put a hole. Excuse my reach. Put a reinforcer on there. I don't like those. Let me get this other page. Let's set this over there. I need to do some work on those. And these are just regular white reinforcers that I put vintage photo on and let them dry so that they're not white. And you can do them all kinds of different colors. Alright, and then let's see if we can find something to put in the top there. I've got my little tray over here to the side that's got all my pieces for the journal, you know, all the stuff I'm going to be using in the journal. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's use this. I just went through and got anything that I thought would work. And it's sitting over there on the top of my tray. And then as I make ephemera, it'll go in my little divided tray in the top until I get ready to put it in the journal. Okay, so this one has more of the red with the red in the background. So we're going to put it on this side. Perfect. And this one has more of the blue. So we're going to put it on this side. So now we have our first piece of ephemera. And it would go on a page just like that and flip over. Yay. All right, one more that I'm going to try to get done here. I have this, which is Italian in papers, okay? And it is an original. It is not a digital. It is real Italian. And I don't know if you can see it, but it has a gold glimmer in it. And I want to make a coin envelope out of it, because I think it goes with the papers and the journal really well. But I want to reinforce it. So I'm going to take a piece of paper and put on the back here first. And I think I will just use that, whatever I did with it. The rest of that piece of coffee dyed paper, is it big enough? Yes. Okay, so let's put some glue stick on here, and then we'll fold it into a coin envelope. Trying to make sure and get the edges real good, and I'm sure I won't, because that's what happens with a glue stick. No matter how hard you try, there's always that one edge that you don't get. Okay, I'll just put this on here. And again, I'm just backing this, so it can be, you know, whatever kind of paper. And I think that's a little crooked, so I'll cut that down. Try to get it a little straighter with my trimmer. See if I can wipe that crease out of there a little bit. Yeah, that one line definitely is crooked. Let's trim it this way first. That may not fit in this. This one. Nope, it's not going to. All right. And I definitely don't want to put it in the other trimmer right now because it's wet. It'll tear it up. And actually it won't matter. It won't matter because I'm going to flip it up anyway. So it won't matter if it's totally straight. Alright, in a perfect world, you would wait for this to be dry before you did this. So we're going to fold it over like this. And you can fold this if you wanted it wider. You can make it wider. Alright, see, this is why you want to wait for it to dry. But in this case, it's not going to matter much because it's on the inside. Alright, and then we're going to fold it up. Okay, and then we're going to cut our little flap here and cut at an angle and an angle, and then we're going to cut just a slight angle over to where we just cut. Get my scissors to quit hanging. On the paper. Okay. So that will fold in. And the reason you put that angle on there is so it won't crash against where you're flipping up there. Okay. Now we're going to fold down and make our flap. And again, you can make this whatever size flap you want. And you're going to do the same thing. Cut at an angle, angle, and cut up. And up. Okay, and then when you put it together, you've got your envelope. And those do not match. Okay, that's better. And I like this bottom flap to be on the outside because I think that's more like a coin envelope is made. But you guys can do it either way. Either if you want it on the inside or if you want it on the outside. You can also round these edges if you would rather that they're round than angled. It doesn't matter. Okay, and you can make that longer if you want it longer. Now, for the little flippy-uppy thing, or hold down thing, I'm going to use, this is out of the digital, Amy's Digital, and I have backed it with 2 layers of manila file folder. And I'm going to put it on here and glue just the bottom edge so that this is loose at the top and that flap can flip in and out to hold it down. But first I'm going to ink all around this. And I'm going to use gathered twigs to do that. You can't really see vintage photo on this paper, so that's why I'm choosing a darker one. Ooh, I got a really wet spot there in my ink pad, obviously. My goodness. I'm a little carried away with the inking. Okay, and then I'm going to ink around this as well. put just a little bit of some kind of lace. See if I can get some of that ink off of me. Maybe this. Oops. About drag the whole thing over here. Kind of like that. Another thing I could do, no, I'm not going to do that. Or do I want to do that? Is put a grommet in there. Make sure I get this high enough. Make sure it's in the middle. Alright, I'm going to poke a hole in there and put a little gold, or not a gold, a bronze grommet, I think. And then I'm going to take a piece of tape and put on the back there just to keep it from getting hung on whatever I end up putting in the pocket, which I think is going to be a vintage advertising card that I'll show you in just a second. Alright, now, since the grommet is more, I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac on that lace. Hold it down. Haven't used it today, so it's got that big glob on the top of it. Sorry about that. Tool malfunction. Okay, now let's glue this together. And I'm going to put glue here. And I'm going to put glue here. Fold that in. And then I'm going to glue my bottom. To close it up. And then I can close this like that. And then I think I'm going to use that piece, if it will fit. And it is a piece of original scrap. And we'll just put it right down in there. And then I'll decide, you know, when I go to put it in, if I want it in a pocket or if I want it glued down. Yay! Another piece done. Now the next thing, and this will probably be the last one. Let me see how long we've been going here. No, we're going to call that it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I'm going to try to do as much of this on video as I can. I will continue to work in it a little bit. But I'm excited to put it together. I found some, these are German, and they are out of a German magazine called, roughly translated, Women of Christ or something like that. I got it when I was in Germany. It's a big book of all the issues of the magazine. And it had these two nativity pictures in it. And then it also had this one. So I'm going to be using those. And then I have several pieces. This is out of the scrap. And it's the nativity. So I've got several pieces that I could add to Amy's already beautiful kit that are original pieces. So it always makes me happy when I can do that. Here's some more, and you can see it's Christus und die Frau, or die Frau. So you can see it's got that beautiful German text to it. So, oh, and I also have some of my definition, I mean, they're not mine, digital definitions that go with the nativity. We've got Noel, myrrh, frankincense, tiding. I'll be using those. Here's another piece of scrap. So yeah, just all kinds of stuff we can use. There's a card I'm going to use that's original. And I think they all are going to go really well with the kit. So I hope you'll hang around and see what's going to go on with it. And if you like it, again, the kit is Reason for the Season number 4. And it is by Amy at Crafty Cat. So go over and check it out. There's another original piece. There's some more scrap. She's got 2 kits that are new this year. This one and another one. And then she's also got obviously this is line 4, so she's got other kits as well. There's an original postcard that I thought might go. So that's kind of where I am. I did make an envelope out of one of the background pages, and I fussy cut around some of the lace to make it look like it's lace. So we'll work on that one. And this card actually may go down in there. I think it will. So maybe we'll put this Happy New Year card in there. So, enough gabbing. I hope you guys continue to have a great end to your weekend and have a great start to next week. And I will see you guys back on Tuesday for color combo. So until then, everybody stay healthy and enjoy this beautiful weather. Bye.